Hello, 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 hello. It is Thursday and we are hanging out. What is going on, people? Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing? I know y'all like Lamont. It is not Wednesday, it is Thursday. Shoot your shot Wednesday was yesterday. Are you doing a surprise one? Like, what is going on? Let me know where people are watching from. Oh, okay, we got some of the McGarry's friends in the queue. Watching, said they are supporting. Yes, we are going to have an awesome conversation today. One of the things that I am definitely trying to be, and just that definitely trying to do more and more, is just have content that people can relate to, that they can talk about, difficult conversations, but conversations that move our community forward. When I say our community, I mean like the LGBTQ plus IA everybody community, because if we don't, then who will? And there's a lot of noise out there that wants to silence us. So I am going to be trying to have more conversations every other Thursday, or maybe once a month. We will see how it goes. Where we talk about different topics in our community. So let me know if you all like the sound of that. Do you like that? Is that okay? I see people watching all over. Is that good? Are y'all like Lamont? No, I just want shoot your shot Wednesday. Or do you all want more content where we're talking about like intimacy, love, relationships, how to date, how to make marriage work, how to make, your relationships as strong as possible? Do y'all want content like that? Y'all like, yes? Okay, I see some hearts. Well, good. So I am very honored to have a couple on today, just to talk about like their love story, like what makes things work. Because I think people think relationships are supposed to be like easy, a fantasy, and like a fairy tale, but they hard as hell. Right? It is hard as hell. So I'm gonna have different guests come on, probably every other Thursday or once a month. We will see how it goes, and just talk about who they are so they can share their stories. If you all have questions, if you want to come on, you can use the question function. If you want to come on and ask me a question, or you want to ask my guest questions, just click the video request and then you can come on. All right. Hey, Malaysia, I see you in the comment section. Hey. Definitely do me a huge favor and share this video with some of your friends who you think should just come on and watch tonight. All right. Let me see if the McGarrys are ready and I will bring them on. Let's see. Hello. I see all my friends in the comment section. Let's see. I think they are ready. I'm bringing them on now. Let's see. Uh-oh. Let's see. You may have to update, make sure your Instagram app is updated. And let's see. Oh, let's see. Oh, there it is. Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, how
Hello,
are
hey,
you?
hey, hey.
How are you?
I am doing awesome. I was like, wait a minute. Instagram, I hate sometimes. I'm going to tell you all. Like, I used to love Instagram, but sometimes they have some technical difficulties.
Oh
And
yeah, oh yeah.
like, you can plan and prep, but then sometimes Instagram is going to be like, I'm shading
Yeah,
today.
right. Absolutely. How are you today?
Listen, it's been a busy, busy, busy day. It feels like a Monday, but it's a Thursday. I had to do my matchmaking and dating coaching sessions today. So I
Okay.
am like energized because I get to have a conversation with you all.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely. Same
exactly.
here.
Thank you for
Same here.
having
We're
us on.
excited.
Oh yeah.
So I've been waiting to have this conversation because I think, I don't know if you all agree with this or not, but I think people think that relationships are supposed to be easy, that you're supposed to just know what your partner is thinking. You're never
Oh,
supposed to argue, and it's just supposed to be like a amazing fairy tale.
oh no.
Oh, no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I wish it was that easy. You know what I'm saying? You know, just it could be complex,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, with open communication, honesty, and you know, effective communication and support, you know, anything could work out. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about at the end of the day.
I love that you said effective communication because one things I have conversations with my husband is like I use different terminology, I think different, and sometimes I'm like, what the hell are you saying? I don't get it, right? So I have to ask a lot of questions so that I can understand, and then he thinks my logic sometimes is like way off. And I have to say, well, this is my thinking, and then he goes, okay, we'll go with it.
Hey, yeah. Happy wife, happy life, right?
Well, I would say
Happy spouse, happy house.
yes, yes, yes. Happy spouse, happy house. Wait, I
Right.
need a T-shirt with that on there, Twan.
Okay.
Well, before we get way into it, because I know I'm a talker and you all might be the same way, like we'll be into this. I want you all definitely to introduce yourself, tell people who you are, just a little bit about yourselves.
All right.
I'm Deanna McGary. 46 years old. I know I look young.
20, in
Um,
your 20s.
but yeah, and we've been married for like 6 years now. We've been together for 12 years,
Mhm.
but married for almost 6,
7.
going on 7 now. Oh, I lose count. But yeah, so and then I have 2 kids. We
Okay.
have 2 kids. Our son is 10,
Okay.
so he's a boy,
Okay.
and then I actually have a daughter who is 26 years old.
You do not
So
have a 26-year-old.
I have a little grown woman.
Oh yes. Oh goodness. Good. Yeah. So y'all been together for about 12 years, married for about 7. Definitely children in the mix. Well, and a young adult, like
Right.
yes,
Yes.
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 Okay.
A handful. A
a,
handful.
a lot, a lot, a lot. Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh wow, wow. And tell people what city you are in.
Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas. Okay,
Yes.
okay, okay.
Yes.
Now, are you both from there, or did you all meet in Dallas?
We both. Well, I'm
Yeah,
from Dallas.
I'm from Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then so we kind of met up in Dallas, and then so we did the Fort Worth thing, but it just works for us being in Dallas. So
Fort
yeah,
Worth is
so this
like
is yeah,
around the corner, though, right?
right,
Right.
just
Right.
up
It's
the
just a
street,
little
around the
city.
corner.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, okay. Well, we want to know, and for people who are watching, I'm interviewing the McGarrys. We're having a relationship talk, right? And if you all have questions, you can use the question function, or if you want to come on and ask any one of us a question, just click the video request, and you can. Okay. So I like having conversations with different people because I think you bring a unique perspective, right?
Right.
But you also might bring some commonalities that like gems that everybody like. Listen, you want to be in a relationship, like Twan said, you got to communicate effectively, right?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right. So tell us, we want to know your love story. Like if we were to write a book about the McGarry's love story, how did you all meet? How did you know the other person was your person? We want to hear all about it.
Wow. So, we met at a party. We met at a party, and but actually, we've been friends for a very long time. We've been knowing each other for a very long time. Uh, Being with each other um, has never crossed our mind.
Right.
But
We knew each other. We just never thought about being together like that.
yeah, and so I approached her at the party, and I was surprised
Because
that
I thought it was a joke. I was like,
Wait, so
you
y'all
know,
kind of knew each other a little bit?
yeah,
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. And it was we only interacted or on business, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but yeah, I just approached her, and I just told her a little bit about myself. Told her, hey, put your number in my phone. Let's
Twan,
chop
I
it
want
up
to
a
hear
little
the
bit,
swag. Like, how was the approach? Like, how?
Hey, hey, she was looking. First of all, I never seen her alone. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So this was the first time that I seen her alone, and I just was like, I wasn't giving nobody a chance that night. You know what I'm saying? So I
Listen,
approached her
I
like,
want to say the people who are single take note because Twan said that Deanna was alone, right? So some of y'all who go out in these whole large groups trying to meet somebody, mm-mm. No one wants to push through a crowd of people to say
you
hello to
got
you.
yeah, you got to get through. You got to be persistent. You got to get in there. So, yeah, I just approached her, and we exchanged from there, and it's been up from there. Like
Mhm.
she don't even know that before I made her my wife, I knew she was already my wife. You know,
Mm.
so and so. But let me introduce myself a little bit. My name,
You're like,
my name, my name.
look, Jen. You see, he got all into it.
Look,
Took him back.
look, my name is Twan, everybody. My pronouns are he, him, and his. I identify as trans man. I was born female. Uh, we've been together for 12 years now, and I've been transitioning for a total of 8 years.
Okay.
And and she's been riding with me from the beginning. Like
Mhm.
it was a point to where we knew that if I didn't go through with my transition,
Mhm.
we wasn't gonna make it. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Mm.
Because she knew that I wasn't happy with myself.
Mhm.
So if I wasn't happy with myself, I couldn't make her happy. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm. Mhm.
So, to be honest, like when it came down to moving forward with my transition,
Mhm.
yeah, she motivated me. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
wow.
She motivated
Mhm.
the whole ride through, and without judgment, with without any judgment, without any type of pushback or anything. She supported me from the beginning. So I knew that she was my wife. Like,
Yeah.
who does that?
That, I
But
hope y'all taking note because people who are watching, because if your partner supports you, like shows up for you whenever you're saying, this is what I want to do to be my better self, and your partner, even if it might be what you're not used to, and your partner's like, hey, I'm riding with you. Like I'm here. That is take note because that's what the
Right.
qualities that you want in a partner. And so for some of the people who are just watching, Twan is you said identify as a transgender man. And when
yes.
you met Deanna, how did you identify?
I identify as lesbian,
So you
but
identified, and how did you
yeah,
kind of like present? Like,
it was before it was we met before I transitioned,
okay, okay,
right?
Right.
So and so yeah, we met before I transitioned medically and all of that. So yeah, so we were two women at the time,
hmm
dating.
hmm
Yeah, so, and we were considered lesbians at the time.
yeah, and so Deanna, how did you know Twan was the one? Like through the dating process, like what was there a moment where it clicked? Because I heard Twan said, I knew you was my wife, early on, because usually guys, I will tell you, they know. Like, if they're gonna
Yeah.
invest time in somebody and they want
Right.
somebody, they don't want nobody, touching you, around you, making you smile, nothing. So they're gonna,
Right.
we gonna show up. All right, we're gonna show up. Like, how did you know? Like,
Well, I knew. Well, don't get me wrong. I didn't know in the beginning
mhm,
because, really, honestly, at first, I thought he was just playing some
mhm,
games on
mhm,
some bull crap. I
uh-huh,
ain't have time for that. Look, so I really was just open to seeing what he was about.
mhm,
So, so I just gave it a chance. So I really didn't know at first, but then as we started to get to know each other a little bit better, and don't get me wrong, it was, like he said, it was complex,
mhm,
very complex,
mhm,
because we was dealing with a lot, him trying to figure out who he was,
mhm,
emotional, everything that we was going through. I mean, so it was, I knew he was the one. It's just that I just knew that at some point, us trying to have a future together, like he had to find his happiness.
Mm-hmm.
He had to, be happy with who he was,
Mm-hmm.
because there was no way we was gonna make it as man and wife if he hadn't, done that. So I just knew that this transition was the right thing for him. I didn't know how hard it was gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what all we was gonna have to do.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know, but I was just, I knew I just wanted to go be on a journey with him. So, here we are. And I mean, I think I knew more a little bit before he started to transition that he was the one, because I mean, I'm going through all this with him, like before, I'm talking about way before, up until now, like I feel like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? And this was all new for me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
so, having to educate ourselves, with everything he had going on with his workshops and his just everything that come along with it, you know what I'm saying? Therapy, everything, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff is important, with going forward with this. So
yeah. So it's what I'm hearing, Deanna, that you invested time emotionally, like. So for people who are watching, I think there's somebody in the queue who wants to come on and ask you a question. So I'll get the person next.
okay.
What were qualities in Twan that made you say, "Hey, I want to invest," and I want to invest my time, my energy into this process, into this love,
Well,
into this relationship?
well, he was able to just I mean, even though I seen there was a lot of he had a lot of hurt and pain that I could see in him, and he was willing to open up and be vulnerable to me. And it's hard for, especially men trying to, be vulnerable and be soft and be sensitive and express their feelings and all of that. So he was willing to do all of that with me. I mean, and without any hesitation. So it was like he showed me that he wanted me to go on this journey with him.
Yeah.
So
I
he made it a
hear
little bit
that
easier.
Twan showed you his heart.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. And a lot of times it was crazy, because even though he had a lot going on with whatever, he still was trying to show me that heart. You know what I'm saying? No matter what he had, he still was trying. So, and I seen that. So
I think that is beautiful. And people who are watching, if you want a relationship, like the foundation I'm hearing is that you got to be vulnerable. You got to show your heart. That's
yeah,
attractive. That's what people look for in a partner, someone that they're going to stay with.
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, exactly.
I think we have someone that wants to come on and ask you a question. Let's see if I think it's Malaysia. Let's see if Malaysia is ready. Malaysia, let's see if you're ready. Let's see. This is a good question. Oh, somebody said you got to be open. You got to be open.
That's right.
Yes, yes. Let's. Hello, hello, hello.
Hey,
Hey,
how
how
y'all
are you?
doing? I am loving y'all story because I'm going through my transition right now, and it's really hard for me to date. So, one of my questions that I had for you was like, what made you knew that she was the one to let your guard down and really let her in to kind of let her know what was your journey and where you was going?
Well, first let me say that I spent a lot of time like doing research and that type of thing. And I watched her sit and research with me, and it took interest in what I was interested in when it came to like transitioning. And so, for just her like showing that support, you know what I'm saying? Because people can tell you they support you all day long, but it's the action behind it. And she didn't really have to say anything because she was showing me. And so I automatically knew. And then the fact that it came to a point that I was hesitant to go forward with transitioning medically. And she was like, look, you're gonna have to make a decision because I see you every day. I live with you every day, and I see that you're unhappy with yourself. So it's time to make that change so we can be happy. You know what I'm saying? So support can come in many ways. Actions action is the main thing.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And she showed me that. So
It sound like she was motivating you and just pushing you, inspiring you to be like the best version of yourself.
yeah, because she already know that, you know, we deal with stigma, you know, discrimination, all of the above. And to have to come to, for her to be my safe space, you know, for her to be my safe space and my safe place, that means everything to me. So,
I
like,
love that. Oh my
I love
goodness.
it. Like,
Like
yeah,
you want
like,
your partner to be your safe space.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, that's what it's about.
Oh yeah.
I
That's
feel
what
like you
it's
preaching over here.
you definitely is. Like,
yeah,
you my
yeah. You
inspiration.
know, I
Because
mean,
like, it's so hard for me to even really like open up and really give people the chance, because it's like, are you genuinely here for me? Can I really let my guard down and really open up to you and let you know about what I'm going through in my journey? Because we all have challenges, but at the same token, you want to be able to have that partner where you can just let go and really just talk about anything and tell them anything without being judged or
Exactly.
or what they think, let you in. And I think most of the time, a lot of people, they don't want to open up and let people in because they
Right.
scared. And
yeah,
I feel like I find that a lot. It's just really hard for me,
Yeah.
especially going through this transition. And I feel like I had the time to really process who I was as a person.
yeah.
So I know I'm ready to open up to someone, but I have never had that person that I just felt like this is the person I can really just give my
And
all
I
to.
and I feel like when that person comes, my personal opinion is that you will feel it. You will know. I think that person should make you feel somewhat comfortable with opening up to them. Make you know what I'm saying? They should kind of
Mhm.
give you that, okay, I'm starting, that feeling of comfort
Yeah,
and
for sure.
yes, that.
And then, and let me say this, babe. You got to understand too that your partner, your friends, your family, they transitioning with you. You know what I'm saying? So you
Exactly.
gotta understand, like, just be patient. It's gonna come, trust me.
Yeah.
But you gotta understand that people that love you are transitioning with you. You're not by yourself. You're not alone on this. Like, she's been transitioning with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk.
Yeah.
So
That was my
you gotta,
hardest thing when in the beginning for me. It's like my family getting to terms like this is serious. This is really what I'm finna do. And once I really committed and really showed them like this is what it is, I'm going that way. Like either you with me or you not. And you have
Right.
some people that kind of twist their head, but now it's like it's at the point where everybody accepting me, and I feel like I'm at a happy place in my life
Yeah.
where everything is going. I done manifest everything that I wanted, and it's just like it's that one thing that I'm just missing, and I'm not trying to rush it because I know God gonna have it
Right.
come when it
Oh
comes.
yeah,
But at the
definitely.
same time, you be just longing for it,
Yeah.
and it's just like I don't want to give it away to everybody. I don't want to just keep talking to any and everybody because it's like you giving too much away. It's like you selling your soul to that person, and then that's not the person.
right,
Right.
right.
So I think that's my hardest challenge right now is just really just trying to find people that really can understand where I'm at in my journey and where I'm going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
And I just feel like that's the only thing that's stopping me. So y'all really inspired me tonight. Like I'm really shocked
Absolutely,
because it's like
absolutely. Let me
I
tell you
don't hear
something.
stories all the
In-
time. I always just hear about what people say, what the girls is doing out here, or and it's like we do have people out here that's actually in love and they found someone for them. It ain't always got to be you got to keep talking to people and
Right.
talking to people.
yeah.
So I really happy you let me in and ask my questions. I'm cooking dinner, but I just had to come and ask some questions. So I'm really appreciative of
Yeah.
y'all answering my questions. And thank you again, Lamont and Twan. And I forgot your name.
Thank Deanna, and thank you, and
Thank
good luck
you.
on your journey,
Good
baby.
luck.
Thank
Yeah.
you so
And,
much.
and
You're
and
such an
listen,
inspiration.
Malaysia, if you hear, it's a journey. And what I'm hearing that, you know, people go through this process with you, and it just takes time for you to
Yeah.
really assess, see what the words are, see what the behaviors are, and if they make you feel like you're in a safe space to identify if that's your partner, if that's the one.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm so appreciative. Thank y'all again.
Oh, thank
It
you for
was
Absolutely.
great
coming on.
meeting y'all. I'm
Okay.
gonna still be watching y'all, but I gotta check on my dinner.
Okay.
Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
You too.
Look, cooking dinner. He said, "Look, let me come on
Yeah,
here."
yeah. Yeah. Good
Love it,
job.
love it. So I did see a
Yeah.
question, and even when I posted this, promotional video, people sent me DMs, right? And they're like, "Well, you know how people are in the DMs, right? You know how they are." They're like, "Well, how do you all identify? Like, are you all heterosexual? Are you bisexual? Are you like, how do you identify?" And then is this the norm with transgender people? Do they typically find partners who may be different than them or the same? Like, what is you all's experience?
We are man, woman,
Hmm.
straight. We're heterosexual. We're heterosexual couple.
Hmm.
Um, but to be honest, like I'm all for like if you whoever you love is who you love. You know what I'm saying? You know, everyone have the freedom to be with whoever they decide to be with. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't think we're different from any other heterosexual relationship other than I identify as a trans man. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I mean, like I just love as far as love, man. You gotta anybody that's really trying to find it. I just feel like when you are being your authentic self
Hmm.
and you're being real with yourself, I mean, real will come to you. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be real love, real,
Hmm.
real, rich life, whatever the case
Hmm.
may be. When you're living and being your authentic self, then everything else will fall into place. Whatever your wishes and blessings and may be. I honestly had a crush on her. Before while we was married and while we was together, I used to tell her all the time about these old crushes I used to have,
Uh-huh.
and I feel like I manifested her in my life. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like when I started to be real with myself and be authentic with myself, that's when I got her. That's when that's when and I got all of her. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I feel like that's when she wanted to be my wife, when I started to live in my real truth.
Hmm. I think that's an awesome takeaway is that like once you start living your most authentic self and you are confident in that and you own it, whether people love it or hate it, that makes you more attractive. That gives you a certain light that people appreciate and people are like, it's not for everybody, but it's for that
Right.
one who actually is your one, who's like, oh, I want that. I see that, and that's the type of person I want to be with.
That's
Right.
it. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I mean, look at her. She's beautiful, right? You
look,
know what I'm
I
saying?
cannot
Like,
deny, okay, okay,
yeah,
and I'm a
she's
gay
beautiful.
man, and I'm still like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Hey, man, let me tell you something. I say this to myself all the time. This woman could have been with any man in the world, but she chose me. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? That's just how I feel. Like I'm blessed. I put her through some things. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I know where it's at. I know who's for me. I love my wife.
Mhm.
That's just the bottom line.
Yes, yes. So someone put in the chat, they asked a question. They said, "Do you all ever feel like bombarded with questions from people who just don't understand about you all's relationship or just about like what it means to be transgender at all?"
I mean, well, for me,
Mhm.
maybe a little bit at first,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
it quickly got to a point to where I automatically understood that some people don't understand, some
Mhm.
people don't know.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I mean,
You
it's
can't
just
make people
you can't
understand.
make them understand or make them know, and but you can educate them,
Mhm.
and kind of inform them of where you're at, what you do know, maybe try to make them understand, maybe see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
You can try to do that, but
Mhm.
and that's okay.
Mhm.
So it
But
doesn't bother me anymore.
another thing is that I was the thing is visibility
Mhm.
saves lives. I'm real big on that. Like visibility saves lives. You
Amen.
know what I mean?
Amen.
There's
Amen.
there is a lot of people in our community that may feel like they will never find love. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Whether it be, it's just visibility saves lives. This conversation right here could be saving lives. This just us being together could save some lives. This could be somebody out there that just feel like they're hopeless.
Yeah.
But just like I said, it's about patience,
Mhm.
support, effective communication, and just being on one accord sometimes.
Yeah,
Most times.
Twan, I can't agree with you more than like 100% is visibility is key. So this week, Wayne Brady came out as being pansexual.
Yeah.
And like the internet's going crazy. They're like, well, we kind of knew, like, we kind of knew something, right? But they're like, well, why do you need to announce that? Like, why do trans people need to say they're trans? Why do gay men need to say they're gay? Why do bisexual people need to say that? And my response is that um there has been historically, even now, so much push that they want our community to be silent. Like they
Yeah.
want us literally to like go back into the closet, don't talk about it, don't mention it. Oh, we love you, but just don't come around my kids, or don't
Yeah.
say don't kiss around them, don't do this, don't do that. However, they're allowed to live their lives freely, openly, everywhere, in our faces, but we're supposed to like be quiet about it. And that also justifies or says that we're different and there's something wrong with us and that we're less than human. So that gives you the right to treat us however you want to treat us, right? Pass laws, harm us. So I feel like when couples like yourselves are visible, it gives power. It helps young people to say, oh, this is the blueprint, right? Because I'm sure you all didn't have blueprints. I didn't have a blueprint.
Right.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So you all are, and I think there are different types of relationships, and they don't all have to be the same, but you all being visible about the dynamics of your relationship, it's going to change somebody's life, someone's
Yes.
life. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the great part about having this conversation.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Just like I said, it's about being visible and just being present.
Mhm. Yeah.
So yeah.
I love that. While you were talking about Deanna, someone noticed how you still smirk and smile, Deanna, at Twan. Like you still get all, you're teasing over there. So the love is still there between y'all.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, oh
Fire.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's and it's there way more now
Mm.
than it was before.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah. Oh,
Definitely
oh yeah.
How'd
way
you all
more now.
get there? Like, how'd that fire start to burn even hard, like hotter?
I want to say trial and
Oh
tribulations.
yeah,
Mm.
and he came, and the more he became into himself and being confident with who he is,
Mhm.
knowing who he is, being the man who he is, it just became even more attractive.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's been a
Look at it, look at it, y'all. Look at it, look at it, look at it.
yeah, man.
Oh, so listen,
Yeah.
we're gonna play a little we're gonna play a little game. Okay, so I got some
Okay.
questions, and some of the questions are about dating, and then some are scenarios. All right.
Okay. All right.
Some are funnies, some are spicy, because y'all know I like spicy questions, right?
Okay,
So
let's get it.
all right. So let's start off by then. And if you all have questions for the McGarrys, go to use the question function, and we can answer a few questions. If you want to come on, like someone else did earlier tonight, just click the request button. And you come on and ask some questions.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
let's see. Do you all think sex and intimacy are the same?
Ooh, no, I don't.
No.
Intimacy is okay. Sex is just sex.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
sex is
saying?
just
Sex
sex.
is just getting it in and
Yeah.
just
Yeah, intimacy creates memories and moments and
It's
Mm,
stuff. It goes a little deeper, like the romance and
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah, it's emotion.
It's emotional. Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Someone said, Lamont, catch us up. What's going on? Because they're just now joining. So I'm joined by the McGarrys. They have been together for 12 years. They have been married for about 6 years. They have a young adult and a 10-year-old. They live in Dallas, Texas. Twan identifies as a transgender man. Deanna identifies as a woman. Do you use cis? You use biological? There's this whole thing about with the comedian's name, Jess Hilarious. She's like, she
Yeah.
don't like being called cisgender, and then TS is like, okay, whatever. But TS is like, if you want to be called a woman or biological, I'll call you that. Like, what are your views about that?
I actually don't have any preference as far as, I mean, I'm a woman, I'm cisgender, it's the facts, it's the truth. I mean, it is what it is, I'm a woman, whatever.
Okay.
So I mean, I don't have any preference. It goes either way for me.
Yeah.
So
So you're okay with being called a woman, a biological woman, a cisgender woman? It's kind of like,
yeah, I'm okay.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely respect our trans
Yeah.
gender women's. We respect our trans sisters. We respect trans women. Trans women
Yeah.
are women. That's just the bottom line to us. We don't see any difference in anything. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I love that. And one of my things, I'm like, you tell me what you want to be called. I'm here for it.
Right. That's me. You whatever. Tell me what you want to be called. That's that. It is what it is.
No,
That's
no
it.
argument. And I feel like the whole divisiveness is like there are bigger issues to be like arguing over, or I feel like collaborating. Like let's get together, let's unify, and
yeah,
let's make both of our all of our lives better. So I guess like it did rub me the wrong way because I'm just like, Jess, hilarious, move on. Like
Right.
yeah. But I think some people just be looking for attention, but they get the wrong attention.
yeah,
So
yeah. I'm like, you should
yeah,
be fighting for women's rights so that they can choose what they want to do with their bodies.
Right.
absolutely.
Exactly.
Like they're
It's a
taking
bigger
those
issue.
rights away. Like I didn't see you make a post about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay, let me
Yeah,
get
which
off my
is
soapbox.
See?
We doing this game. I'm sorry. Okay, okay,
that's right.
okay. So how do you prioritize your relationship and your work?
Ooh. So
Which is could be difficult, right? Yeah.
yeah, it could be difficult, but sometimes you just try to not to bring your work life to home life. You know what I'm saying? Not try to bring any type of outside energy to home, and and prioritize. We just continue to go date nights, and just try to keep it. We still court, if people know what that word is. Right?
Yes, I know what I'm old enough to know. I'm 42. I know what courting is, okay?
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, we still
Right.
do that. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So
Like court me, date me still. I want you to be still court me.
yeah, yeah. I'm trying to keep
So
it
I feel
fresh.
like you got to do something once a day to make your partner blush. Like you got to do something to make them smile, to make them feel special. That's courting, like at a basic level, right there.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes. At a basic level. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
And he does that. He does that a lot sometimes. Well, especially now. He leaves little notes on the mirror in like the bathroom. So sometimes I'll go into the bathroom in the morning, and before he went to work, he wrote a note and put it on the bathroom. So
Still
That's
about
romantic.
flowers,
That is so. Listen, Twan, I need to borrow some of your game because that is
Okay, yeah, yeah.
that is.
I see you some stuff. I see you some stuff.
Listen, you need to write a book.
Yeah.
All right, so I got a scenario question for you all. Okay. All right, so and either one of you can respond. Whoever wants to respond to this, you can. Okay. So your significant other quits their job because they want to become a rapper. Their mixtape it drops next week, but so do the bills.
Mm.
Would you support them? Explain.
The bills. You trying to be Cardi B?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm gonna support my wife to the end,
Mhm.
to the last dime. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So like, yeah, I mean, I don't know about quitting your job and the bills do, but
So in that situation, are you like, okay, let's go, get this mixtape? Are you getting another job, or do they got to go get,
No, I mean, she not already quit. It's time to push this mixtape. It's time to get the studio time. It's, it's time. It's time to hit the studio. Yeah. So yeah, we pushing and we pressing forward and we hustling to make sure she get this mixtape dropped.
I feel you. And one of the things I say, and I did a relationship talk sometime last year, and I was like, strong couples, they realize each other's hopes, their dreams, their aspirations, and you don't want to limit your partner with trying to achieve their dreams. So you want to be their biggest cheerleader. You want to be like, okay, we're studying for this test. We got to go to this event. Like, do I need to pick up a part-time job so I can help you achieve your dream? Like, that's the
Yeah.
work it takes, like,
Yeah.
for relationships that people don't talk about.
Yeah. And especially marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to. It's some sacrifices and compromises that you really have to make when you are in a serious relationship and in a marriage as well. So
Yeah. Yeah. And I say they are sacrifices that you choose to make. Like, your partner doesn't say, I need you to do this. You say, you know what? I see it. I'm gonna step up. Like, I'm gonna be there, right? And that's the tough part of relationships.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let me see. I got another one.
okay.
So your significant other has been letting themselves go and gaining more weight. This is affecting your sex drive. How do you address the matter?
I mean, maybe try to.
You say we can be spicy, right?
We could be
Oh
real.
yes, it's spicy. We adults.
We have more sex so you can lose weight. We gonna work it out. We gonna work it out. We gonna be doing it a little bit more.
Yeah, do a little bit more.
We'll be putting a little bit more work in.
Try to get into that gym a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing the sex is your cardio now, right?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So, again, I don't want to ever hurt her or ever hurt her feelings and that type of thing. So whatever I have to do to let her know in some type of way, in the nice way.
We'll have to figure it out together.
Most respectful way.
Like what we need to do or what we can do together to maybe help each other on this little weight thing, or like, baby, what's going on with you lately?
Do a little rub.
Yeah.
Somebody said sex is awesome cardio. Okay.
Oh
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember one time my husband was like, "Haley, we need to go to the gym." I said, "Okay, I hear you. You ain't got to say less. Say less.
Yeah.
Say less."
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, let's see what else. And I think this would be a good question. Like, if you all have questions in the chat, make sure you all use it. But I think it is a good question. Besides love, what does a relationship need to be successful? Everybody's like, oh, we just need to love each other. Other than that,
Other than love,
what are some other things that you need for a relationship? Whether you're heterosexual and a same gender loving, if you're in a cisgender or opposite like relationship, what are some things that you like? You got to have this to be successful.
I would definitely go back to effective communication. Oh my God. Effective communication, respect, support, understanding,
listening, all that.
Listening, patience. They'll say patience.
Yes. Patience.
So those are the things that helps a healthy relationship, or helps a relationship be healthy when you can be open and honest with each other.
Right.
And
be comfortable with each other
and understand each other's perspectives. That's important, because you're not gonna always see eye to eye, and you have to learn how to agree to disagree.
Yeah. I think navigating disagreements when the other person makes mistakes. I say managing conflict, right? In a relationship, you got to manage conflict because it comes up, and if you don't manage it the right way, then people break up.
We just that's a challenge. That has been a challenge in our relationship, and we have worked hard on that. And which has made our relationship and our marriage a lot stronger. And that's why I said trials and tribulations is what brought us closer, and it made us understand a lot of things that needed to be.
Yeah, because you understand each other, especially as you all been together for 12 years.
Yes.
You evolve together, so you got to learn the new person so that you stay together and pay attention.
Yes.
So there's a question someone posted, and I tried to pin it. Let's see. It says, what is something your partner used to do that they don't do anymore? Whether it's a good thing, bad thing, or just something you observe.
What is something that I don't do?
Yeah. Well, for me, I'll say one thing, his attitude changed. His attitude changed. It became more open, more understanding, not so quick to how 0 to 100.
Like
It settled down a lot. When he started to it just settled down a lot. So that was something that he used to do a lot. It just started.
I thank you for bringing it up, because I think you will. I think people don't realize this, or maybe they do. Like, when you find the right one, like the person that makes you, like you said, feel like it's a safe space, they heal some things in you throughout that relationship. And like, if you are, like, if anger has been an issue and you meet the right person, it's not your job to heal the person. Let me be clear, it's not your job. But something about that situation is healing, is therapeutic, and you just grow to a place where, like, it just fits.
My wife is like my favorite. You know how your favorite song could be therapeutic. It's like therapy. She's like my favorite song. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I see her, I can't be mad about things. Like, she's my peace. It's just real. She's just my peace.
Listen, I have experienced that. Like, I won't tell all my business, but there was a side of me that was super insecure. Like, and my husband realized that while we were dating, and more that we became more vulnerable with each other, it just gave me the like confidence of a lion. Like, he was like, "Oh, you don't need to do that." Like, he would just, he was always and always is supportive and inspiring. And I think it just, like I said, relationships, they heal some things that other people can't.
Definitely.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Someone said, what do you say to each other that still put stars in your eyes?
Oh man, she's beautiful. I love you. I love you. Put stars in my eyes.
Yeah.
Just to know. Again, she's a beautiful woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times, how many days and nights I used to just wish that this woman would love me before she was actually my woman. You know what I'm saying? So, like, just to hear her say that I love you, I adore it. She tell me, I never heard a woman tell me that she adored me. So, and like, wow, wait a minute.
Like, wait a minute.
Yeah. So when she say little things like that, it's just confirmation. That I know that I chose wisely.
Yes. I love the response. Let me see if there are any other questions. Let's see. Let's see. Um, no, I don't think there are any. I think, well, first, let me say thank you so much for you all sharing your story, being vulnerable, giving us some words of wisdom. I think there are a lot of takeaways about making sure your partner is your safe space, that they are inspiring you, that you are sharing your heart with each other, because
Yeah,
that is going to connect somebody to you. And then I also heard that you got to manage conflict, right?
Oh
Manage
yeah.
conflict, and effective communication makes the relationship just continue to grow, focus on each other as they evolve. And I like the advice that you all gave Malaysia, who came on as another transgender person, that like people are transitioning with you. Like,
yeah,
so as you're changing, you're evolving, you're giving them time to understand, ask questions. Like we're doing this together. So it is an iterative process that you're supporting each other, and just giving people information simply helps them. And I also heard that you got to let people identify however the hell they want to identify, because it don't stop you from bleeding, it don't stop you from breathing, eating, getting a check. That we all can just support each other.
that's
Right.
correct. That's correct.
Right.
Did I get all
Absolutely.
those points?
You got the
Got
points.
'em.
I
Right,
didn't even
right,
take
right,
notes.
right. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Good
Thank
job.
you so much. Any takeaways or anything you want to say to people who are watching? Because I'll reshare this so people can see. But anything you want to share with people?
Yeah, again, we just want to let everybody know that we're having this conversation again because visibility saves lives,
Yeah.
man, and we're no different from the next couple, and uh, it's all about being patient, being understanding, having great communication, and just being open and honest with each other, man. You can't lose,
Right.
you
Be
won't lose.
happy. Learn to live in your truth.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
yes, yes. So I've been reading the comments throughout the night, and they're nothing but love and support. And they're like, we need more conversations like this.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, visibility is everything. And by you all sharing your story, it is going to help somebody. It's definitely going to change someone's life. So, again,
Yeah.
thank you so much to the McGarrys. Let's give them a round of applause. I see all these hearts,
Thank you
and
so
I see
much.
the
Thank you.
hearts.
We are so excited. I just want to also say thank
Thank
you.
you for having us
Thank
on.
you for having us. We appreciate it.
More than welcome. More than welcome. If people want to reach out to you all to share more of your story, where can they find you?
Give me
Okay,
Instagram.
well, you can find me on Instagram at Twan Shakur. That's my IG, and on you can also the McGarrys on TikTok.
Okay, y'all on
TH.
TikTok.
Yeah, we're on TikTok. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, we go viral every time. They love us on TikTok. They
Or
love us on.
butterfly underscore beauty on Instagram.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Thank you all so much. I appreciate again your time. Thank you and have a good evening.
All right, you do
Thank
the same.
you. Have a good evening.
See
Bye.
you.